Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I am here with my November TBR. I'm going to go over all my reading plans for November, all my ARCs, ALCs, buddy read, Immortals After Dark, all the books. There's a lot, as always. I always put a lot on my TBR, so we'll see how I do. All right, let's get started. Okay guys, so November. We're already in November. Thanksgiving's coming. I'm filming this, I think it's the 26th. And so, Halloween's going to be here any second. Like, I can't believe how fast it's going by. I say that, I think, every time I do a TBR. But anyways, November is here and there are so many upcoming releases and so many ALCs that I have. So let's go ahead and get started. I will start off with my ARCs and ALCs. So for my ARCs, honestly, I have been really good. I've been trying to not request as many ARCs because I just kind of don't want the pressure to physically read something that's due by a certain date. And then I was giving myself too many ARCs and then I could never mood read. I never could. So I still request a ton of ALCs because I love audiobooks and I can listen to a lot at my job and at home and all that. So I can definitely do the ALCs, but I want to be able to mood read, just pick up a book that I want to get for me. So I've been trying to lower my amount of ARCs. So I think I only have 4 ARCs. But I have a lot of ALCs. So let's dive into the ARCs first. So the first one I am so excited for, and that is Hit the Ground by Julia Wolf. I believe this is coming out on the 6th. So it's starting right early in the month if we're going to get this book. This is part of her Kelly Ranch. I love Locke and Elena. They're the parents and this is the 2nd generation. So I've been loving this series and I'm so excited for this one because we're getting to, I think it's Caleb, but he is a single dad. He's kind of if you could see on the cover, I love that they represented the character, how she represents thicker or curvy characters on her covers, not I like how it's real to what the character is. But anyways, he's a bigger dude, he's a rancher, he is a single dad. And then I think it's Alice, if I'm remembering her name correctly, is going to be the heroine. We've seen her in the previous books. She works, I think, at the bar and you could tell she's been crushing on him. So I am really excited for this one. And just to clue you in, this is actually going to be our buddy read. So this will also be our buddy read for the month. It will be on my channel. I'm not sure the date. We didn't settle on a date yet, but I think we'll probably come up with one when we do our live show after I film this. We're about to film our buddy live for, October. So if you watch that, it should be on there. But we will post information as always on Instagram and everything on that buddy read. Okay, so then I have Cactus Heart by Cleo Evans. This is a Brothers, Two Best Friends, MMF. You had me at MMF, so I got that one. I should be getting it soon. I know I'm getting it because that one actually comes out on the 11th. Then I got Only December by Noelle Adams. I love Claire Kent, and this is her other name, Noelle, and she has this book coming out. I think it's the 21st. So I don't know if it's fully a Christmas album or it just takes place in December. I don't think it's fully a Christmas one, but I could be wrong. And then the last ARC that I have is Born for Marble by Nikki Harris. I'm a Nikki Harris stan, and I am loving her post-apocalyptic dystopian world, fantasy world she's been building. I loved Born for Silk. Born for Lace was also really good. And I am really excited for this couple because this is the couple I wanted after reading book 1, but we took it to a different area, and now we're coming back because this is going to be about the king, his sister, and her bodyguard. So I am so excited for this, and that one is going to be releasing on the 25th. Okay, So that's all I have for my ARCs. Pretty good for me. And then now we'll go into my ALCs. So I have Goal Line by Julia Connors. I read her for the first time, and it was one of my biggest surprises of the year, because usually I don't like these like cartoony covers, and I loved the book. So I really wanted to get this one. This is a best friend. They're like best friends. He kind of got like friend zoned. I believe she's the coach's daughter. It's hockey, all of that. That audiobook is coming out on the 3rd. And then I don't think I'm getting this for some reason. Valentine PR has not been giving me the Laura Pavlov ALCs, because this one is coming out on the 4th and I still haven't heard anything. So I don't think I'm getting it, but I'll bring it up here just in case, and just so you know about the new release. And that's Love You, Mean It. And that one is releasing on the 4th. Then I have Half-Light Harbor by Samantha Young. This is about a woman that kind of like goes to Scotland. I think it's like more romantic suspense. And then I think she gets like trapped on a private island with a stoic, brooding, gorgeous contractor. And he's Scottish. So, you know, I love Scottish heroes. So that one is releasing on the 3rd. Okay, and then I have Just One More Time by Carly Phillips. This is a one-night stand, second chance. It was her best friend's brother. Those are super quick. I've been having a really good time with those audiobooks, so I'm definitely interested. And that one also releases on the 4th. You can see there's a lot of new releases at the beginning of the month. So hopefully I'll get to all these in time. And then we have When We Breathe by Kristen Proby. I have fallen in love with this newest series of hers. And this is actually a novella. And it's something that was teased in the last couple books, was this like throuple where they kind of like, it's going to be an MMF. And you know, we've seen like where she goes home with the two guys. And so I was like, I want their romance. So this is a novella. Can't wait to get it. I have it on Must Love Audio, and that one is going to be releasing on the 6th. Okay, so then I also have Hold Me Tight by Jennifer Suchevic. I think that's how you say her name. I listened to the first book in this series and I really enjoyed it. And so I wanted to continue. This one it says it's a steamy single mom, enemies to lovers, best friend's ex, pro hockey romance. So we got some forbidden stuff, taboo going on in there. So that should be great. That one also releases on the 6th. And then I have Let Us Turn Up the Beat, which is like, what a weird title. So it was interesting. Never seen this author before. It's by Berlin Wick. So I wanted to give this one a go. This is an MMFM scorching why choose romance between 3 devastatingly gorgeous heroes. I think they're firefighters or first responders, I'm thinking. But I also have that one, and it is coming out on the 6th. I have so many releases releasing on the same days here, so it's going to be a lot. Okay, so then I don't think I got this one yet, but I did request it, which is One More Gift by Holly June Smith. And this is an MMF snowed in holiday novella. I think it's like with a guy, are getting snowed in, staying in a cabin together, and I think her ex-husband shows up. So that should be fun. And that releases on the 10th. I also have Enzo. I think I have this one already. I think I do. Maybe I don't. Anyways, I requested Enzo by Eva Winters. This is her newest Mafia series. I think it's more like second generation, but I never read the first generation. But this one I believe is like an arranged marriage Mafia. I don't know too much about it. And that one is coming out on the 10th. And then I also requested Risky Match by J.D. Carruthers. I've never read this author. I think this is between like a billionaire and a female assassin. So I thought that sounded interesting and unique, and wanted to try a new to me author. And that one is releasing on the 11th. Okay, I also requested You'll Be Mine by Piper Rain. This is a holiday, I don't know if it's a full length it might be a full-length book. I don't know if it's a novella or not. I'm thinking it's full length. And I don't really know anything about it, but I requested it because I wanted to try. I love Piper Rain, and I wanted to try their holiday romance. Okay, and then we have Corrupted Memories by I always mess this up. Whatever. I can't, you guys. I'm gonna mess it up. But I read the first one, I think, which was Brutal Innocence, and this is her Mafia series. So I just immediately requested this one. So looking forward to that. Then I had requested Beautiful Surprise by A. James, or Ashley James. And this is continuing the series. I can't remember what it's called, but I've been reading all the books in the series. And this has a surprise pregnancy, one night stand, single dad, childhood crush, best friend's brother. So those are all the tropes that are in this one. And that one is releasing on the 17th. I told you guys I have a lot of ALCs. Okay, and then I have I don't have this yet, but I requested 7 Days a Duchess by Emmy West. This was a new to me historical romance author. I read the previous one and I really liked it. And anytime I see a historical, I want to request it because we don't get a ton of those in audiobook, and I want to support historical romance authors for sure. So I'm thinking it says, so Miss Marianne has come to plead with the surly Duke for an extension on her father's mountainous debts. Perfect for him. If she becomes his duchess, he'll happily annul her father's promissory note. What he doesn't know is she's hated him basically this whole time, and she only plans to be his duchess for like 7 days or something. So it sounds fun. That one is releasing on the 18th. I also have Her Filthy Enemy by Adele Knight. This is another spicy novella. I think it might be like a snowed in with her enemy situation where he's like a player. I'm guessing that's it. It's a fun, quick novella to get to. That one releases on the 19th. And then my last ALC, at least so far, you never know. I will probably have more come up in the month because sometimes I'll be dropping them through the month and I'll be requesting those. So that is Stick With Me by Nikki Callan. This is a best friend and her ex's rival, fake dating hockey romance. So sounds fun and can't wait to give this author a try. And that one is releasing on the 20th. So buddy read, like I said, we are doing Hit the Ground. So that should be fun. Love Julia Wolf. I'm not sure if the other ladies are a big fan of Julia Wolf or not. So I hope they love her. So excited for that. So now on to Immortals After Dark. We are getting to the end of the year, you guys. We are almost done. I think we only have 3 books left because I think we're only reading 2 in November and then 1 in December. You know, I wanted to give like less to do during the holidays. So that's kind of why I split it up that way. But we are finally here. We are finally at Monroe. So Monroe, we were hinted at the end of his brother's one, which was McGreeve. And it's been many books. Like I feel like 4 or 5 books in between that. And so we're finally getting to Monroe. I know it must have been really hard for people, the Immortals After Dark fans, reading it like when they were waiting for the new book and it kept being these side characters. But we're finally here. We're at Monroe. We're going to get his romance. I think it's got like time travel. I think he might go back in time to get his fated mate. I'm not positive. I don't know how we're going to do that, but it sounds like it's going to be really good. So I'm very excited for that one. And then we have The Witch Queen of Halloween. And this is a demon soldier of fortune. Doesn't sound like characters I recognize. So I don't know if this is a novella or not. It might be. But he is on a dangerous mission only to cross swords with one woman who bewitched him. She's a cursed Wiccan mercenary. Poppy Dyer has never let her uncontrollable magic interfere with her work. And then I think it says the 2 rivals can defeat Halloween's worst nightmare to escape a haunted castle. So it sounds like they're stuck in a haunted castle together and have to work together. So that should be fun. So those are the 2 books that we have for Morals After Dark. Hope you are still sticking with this. I know it was a huge commitment. Luckily, Helen has stuck with me till the end here, and I'm so happy she's still reading these with me. So looking forward to those. So for my 12 recs from 12 friends, I actually did a couple, like I caught up. So I only have one more book to do. Only one out of the 12 recs from 12 friends was a DNF. So unfortunately, I'll only have like 11 vlogs probably, because I don't think this next one's going to be a DNF. But Crystal actually recommended, let me find it, Daughter of the Drowned Empire. I think it's by Frankie Diane Mills, if that's correct. It's a fantasy romance. I know it's a series, so I'm excited to give it a try. I don't know if I'll fully get to it this month, since I have the next 2 months to only read this book. I'm hoping I'll have time for it this month, but if not, I'll definitely get to it in December. But I'm excited to read a I just looked at a historical romance down there. I'm excited to get a fantasy read here, so I am really excited for that one. Okay, so now I just realized, because I was watching Jen from the Book Refuge, her do her TBR video, and I realized I totally forgot that her Rake Appreciation Society is going to be doing their live show in November, and I haven't read the books yet. I always do it the month that it comes out. They do the live show anyways. So I had to add these to my TBR last minute, but the Rake Appreciation Society is going to be doing the Tribune Temptation by Jenna Bigelow, which I've read one book, the most recent release, and then like the novella from her, and these are more in like the Roman time setting, so I think those are really interesting, and I think this is the first book in that series, and I hadn't read it yet, so I'm glad we're gonna get to that. I do think that only is available on ebook though, so there's that. I'll definitely get to it. And then Of Lands and Low by Martha Keyes. This I know nothing about, but this is Crystal's pick, and I found it on Anyplay, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook for that one. Okay, so some other books that I just want to read for me. These are some of the things like I kind of got on my Libby and then my Audible and stuff like that. I have Club 22 by Tate James. I'm continuing that series where it's like the Hades series, whatever it's called. I'm finally going to get to War. I reread Pestilence recently and I just loved it. I read it with the audiobook, which is like the full cast narration, all of that, the graphic audio. I totally forgot what it was called. So I actually got the graphic audio for War. I think it was just released on graphic audio. So I had that on hold forever and I finally got it. So I'm finally going to continue with the series. I need to continue with this series. So I'm going to listen to War. I also wanted to listen to The Beast Takes a Bride by Julie Ann Long. I saw Helen from What Helen Reads talk about this recently. And then also I know Crystal really loved it. So I think it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling type of historical romance. And I've never read this author. So figured it was time I get on that. And then I have Firebird by Juliet Cross. I've been wanting to get to this forever. I believe this is like, is it dragons? Kind of like deals with like almost being like a slave and all these other stuff going on, fantasy romance. So I'm really excited. I have been wanting to read that one forever. And then I actually just got Heartless Hunter. I had watched a video of, I think, Jessica from Peace Love Books talk about this being one of their favorite fantasies recently or something. And so I had requested it. So I finally got that one in Libby. So I want to give that a try. I'm not the best with fantasy, but I want to try and read more, and I haven't all year. So now it's time to cram some in at the end of the year. I also had the goal of reading the whole like series by Pam Godwin, with her sex trafficking and all of that, the Deliver series, and I have not been good on it. I haven't been reading it. So I added one here, and that is Take by Pam Godwin. So I definitely need to get to that. I also have had Lights Out on my TBR forever, and I happen to have the audiobook of that. I bought it during one of the sales, so I definitely want to finally read Lights Out and see what all the hype is, if it's worth the hype. Oh, okay. And then I also have, I want to continue with Elizabeth Hoyt. I am reading her Maiden Lane series. So I have, hold on, Lord of Darkness that I need to get to. And then I actually don't have the, I think this is book 5. I don't have the 6th book yet, so I need to buy that one because I want to buy these all physically because I'm annotating them. But the 6th book is Duke of Midnight. So I want to get to those and annotate and vlog those because this series is just blowing me away. I love it. I also have had Moth on my Kindle for I feel like a year or 2 years, and I still haven't read it, by Lily Mayne. I love that Monster MM series, and I don't know what's wrong with me, but I have not gotten to it. So this is the time of year I love monster romance. So I'm definitely going to for sure read that. And if I get into it and it's hooking me, maybe I'll just continue with the series because I am leaving myself some room for more just grabbing stuff that I want to read. That's why I requested less arcs. So definitely want to go with that. I also have The Ecstasy of Sin that I saw Jen talk about recently, and it's a dark romance, and I'm really in the mood for something dark. So want to get to that one. Then I have Throne of the Horde King. My goal this year was to finally finish the Horde King series. So I believe this is the last one. So I need to read it because I need to hit that goal. And then I also want to read His Curvy Rejected Mate by Kate C. Wells. You see, I'm putting a lot of shifter, monster, paranormal stuff in here. That's what I love at this time of year. And I just read the previous one, really loved it. The Lone Wolf's Rejected Mate was so good. So I really want to keep going and finish that series. So those are kind of my basic TBR, basically all the stuff I have to read. My ALCs, my ARCs, my buddy read, the 12 rec from 12 friends, all of that. But I am leaving myself some wiggle room to hopefully be able to mood read more, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up some stuff that I haven't gotten to yet. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this. I need to get ready because we're going to go do the live show right now. Hopefully you guys join us. It was on Bookmark by Jen's channel. So if you don't catch it in time, you can always go back and watch the live later. But thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one.